And tonight, taking a live look out of News 4 Storm Tracker, the rain already coming down in Kerrville as the bitter blast moves in. And this is just the beginning of a stream of moisture from the Pacific that will flow over that air, leading to wet and icy conditions over the weekend. And we have more of the snow already coming down in Amarillo. They could see up to a foot of snow before the weekend is said and done. Thank you for joining us. I'm Melissa Vega. This is a historic storm system that stretches 2,000 miles from Texas to Boston. We have live team coverage getting you ready for that winter weather. Meteorologist Joe DiCarlo is in the News 4 Storm Tracker. News 4 San Antonio's Destiny Fuller is outside TxDOT on the northwest side. But first, we start off with Chief Meteorologist Chris Suchan. Chris?
Well, all right, Melissa, let's begin here with what we have in our area now. You can see the mix is up to the north, but at the moment, we have some scattered thunderstorms that have been developing, particularly in Kerr and Bandera County, and then out to the west. We had one there in Zavala County. Let's zoom in here, though, in the hill country. Up there in the Kerrville, this is a flood advisory that is active. There you can see it until 11:30. This is because 2 inches or more of rain has fallen from that storm, which had little hail. Look at this. There's another storm coming in here. It also has some small hail. As that moves in, you could get another inch or two of rain on top of that. So we're going to keep close watch up there in the Kerr County and Kerrville for flooding, which you've already had some street flooding from that first round of storms. Everything overnight tonight begins to sort of spread across the area, and we will hear some thunder in Bexar County. So there you get some idea, 4 to 4:30, 5 o'clock, and in any one of these little storms could be some really small hail, pea-sized hail from them. Otherwise, we're getting some pretty heavy rain from those storms. And notice in the morning at 7:30, there you have the first hints of a little ice. Kerr County, Edwards County, Real County, that's the freezing line trying to work its way through the hill country. It'll take till late day to push into Bexar County. So roads Saturday, let's start there with the ice. In good shape. But notice as we transition through the morning to midday, parts of the hill country will start to get a little slick, especially the elevated surfaces, the bridges and the overpasses. And then it's dangerous driving into the hill country by 5 o'clock. Northern Bexar County could have a couple slick spots as the freezing line's moving in. And then all areas are going downhill with the road conditions deeper into the evening. In fact, it gets to be very hazardous Saturday night to early Sunday. Travel will not be recommended through that stretch Saturday night to Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And then we will see gradual improvements as the sun comes out. Might get a little refreeze of a few spots where you get black ice for Sunday evening travel. Ice amounts. The two computer models I'm going to show you here have come into agreement. I like to see this. So this is our in-house graph model. It has trace amounts of ice to about 2/10 of an inch of ice here. That's pretty close to the winter storm warning criteria. You can see near a 1/4 inch up to Kendall and Kerr County, maybe even Comal County, all right? So this is the other model, which is doing a very nice job, and it's close to our in-house computer model. It has a bigger bullseye, Kerrville to Fredericksburg. That's destructive ice. If we get a 1/2 inch or more, that's widespread tree damage and power outages. And even for Kerrville, if we get that amount of ice, we're going to see a lot of damage up there. Notice in Bexar County, trace amounts of ice to about just around 2/10 of an inch of ice here. And I just want to point out that 1/10 of an inch of ice, you don't get a lot of damage. The impacts or the decks, sidewalks get slick, the elevated road surfaces. You push towards a 1/4 inch of ice, you'll start to see some tree damage and power outages. 1/2 inch or more, that's widespread damage, widespread outages here. Now, we have our focus tonight on those thunderstorms up in the hill country in Kerr County. Meteorologist Joe DiCarlo has been very busy up there tracking those heavy storms. Joe, what's the latest? What have you seen?
Hey Chris, yeah, we are here in Storm Tracker 4 in Kerrville, and we have the torrential rain that we've seen and a little bit of street flooding. As you see that right now in front of me, we're on Highway 16 coming into downtown Kerrville right now, and there is a little bit of street flooding. We did talk to somebody that said that there was a car stuck in the water. The police had to come and help them move the car out of the higher water, but you see some of this water on the road right now. We also saw wind gusts likely 30 to 40 miles an hour, a little pea-sized hail as it was falling as well, and we got another round here, so it's a moderate to heavy rain at the current moment. Like you mentioned though, it is all rain. The roads are just wet. We're not talking about an ice threat yet. Temperatures still in the low 50s here in Kerrville. but that will fall overnight, and then through the day tomorrow we're going to see that those temperatures fall below freezing, and anything that fell tonight, the wet roads, could quickly freeze, and then we had the freezing rain threat tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and tomorrow night. And so we'll be here in Kerrville throughout the weekend, keeping you updated. Right now, wet streets, a little bit of street flooding with that torrential rain pushing through the hill country right now. From Storm Tracker 4, meteorologist Joe DiCarlo, send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Joe. Tonight, a live look out of TransGuide. TxDOT wants to keep drivers safe if they have to get out this weekend. Crews coating major roads with brine to keep ice from forming. Their focus is on elevated roads such as flyovers, bridges, and overpasses because those will be the first to freeze. TxDOT saying if there is ice buildup on the roads, crews will de-ice and treat those areas. From the roads to the skies in San Antonio, there are 45 flight delays and 5 cancellations. Many of those flights are to and from destinations in the Midwest and North Texas. Many airlines offering free bookings for passengers. And tonight, warming centers gearing up to open doors first thing tomorrow morning as shoppers stock up on whatever the weather may bring. News 4 San Antonio's Destiny Fuller continues our team coverage. She is live on the Northwest side with more. Destiny?
Yeah, Mel, it's starting to feel a little chilly out here for the first time today. This winter weather that we're expecting over the weekend, sending some people into panic mode. Other people are more into the planning mode, but our county leaders are saying that they're ready for whatever this weekend has to bring.
Bexar County officials putting the finishing touches on one of 5 warming centers set to open Saturday morning.
We've identified that there are certain areas that have received in the past more residents than others. And so that was playing somewhat into our selection, but we do have some backup locations. If we start to see other additional needs throughout the county, we are prepared to increase that amount.
Emergency Management Deputy Chief Michael Moreland citing the learning curve from 2021 when severe weather literally took the majority of Texas by storm.
We've done a lot of planning since 21 and have collaborated with our partners a lot more than what we did previous to that, and we've done lots of plans and exercises, especially with our partners like CPS and SAWS.
While Bexar County may not see that same outcome this time around, county leaders are still on high alert.
And I want to assure you, Bexar County and our state and local partners stand ready to respond to this rapidly evolving situation and ensure the health and safety of our residents.
As for your neighbors, we spoke with a few shoppers leaving HEB for that last-minute grocery trip.
A lot of bread's gone, meat's gone, milk is gone, canned stuff is gone, and long lines.
Some of them grabbing what was left from nearly empty shelves, an issue facing stores across Texas.
I think it's a bit of an impulse buy. I just came to get like my needs for like the day or so. I don't believe anything until it actually happens. We've been here in San Antonio for so long that we know how the weather is.
And going back to those warming centers, those are set to open at 6 a.m. tomorrow. They'll stay open until Monday at noon, and they'll have the basic necessities that you need, like cots, blankets, water, and snacks. But you will have to find your own transportation to get there. You can find a list of all of those warming centers on our website. Destiny Fuller, News 4, San Antonio.
And again, the city also opening several overnight shelters tomorrow through Monday. The 6 overnight resilience hubs will provide supplies, power, and charging devices and free Wi-Fi. We have a list of all of the warming centers. Just head to news4sa.com.